Joining me now, Labor Senator for the Northern Territory, MALARNDIRRI MCCARTHY. Senator, thanks for joining us. What are your thoughts about these statues that have been defaced? In the UK, they've even had to box up Winston Churchill, and he beat the Nazis.
Well, clearly it shows there's incredible passion right around the world, Kochie, but I personally don't think it's a very good idea at all. I mean, clearly there are issues with particular statues, whether it's around Australia or around the world, and what I'd like to see more of is more certainly First Nations history and statues around, and I'd love to see more of that. I mean, I walked around Canberra yesterday at Lake Burley Griffin and trying to look at all the different statues, and I thought it'd be great to see one of Faith Bandler, and she led our 1967 referendum.
Yeah, that's a really good point. Instead of defacing ones you don't agree with, push for statues of people that you think have historical significance.
Put people up that you want to see. I mean, if you look at the Hyde Park one, right, and you see the certainly there's a Captain Cook statue there, but if you also travel or walk around Hyde Park, there's also Tony Albert's statues of the Anzac tributes, and Tony did that as recognition of First Nations people who served in the World Wars. So you've got those 4 bullets and the shells on the ground, and they're sort of an indication of the soldiers that went away and never came back. And this was done by an Aboriginal person who wanted to also respect the black diggers.
Yeah, acknowledging our history, the good and the bad part of it is sort of chronicling who we are and how we've got here. Should it be rewritten, or do you think the mistakes really have to stay there and be highlighted?
Well, I just think there's half the history that's just not being told, Kochie. So it's not about rewriting history, it's about bringing up into the space the equality of First Nations people's history. I mean, I come from Borroloola in the Gulf of Carpentaria in the Northern Territory, and our history of the 4 language groups there is enormously strong and proud, and I'd love to see more of that. Not to eradicate the non-Indigenous history, it's about bringing up the stories that were always here.
Yep. I work in Barangaroo in Sydney, and the way her history is being told throughout that whole precinct is a great example of that.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, what a warrior, what an amazing, inspiring woman for all women, you know?
Yeah, exactly. What other parts of the statue debate, do you see it calming down now?
Oh, look, I think that, really the statues were probably more of a distraction to what the deeper issues are, certainly for people I talk to here in Australia. The high incarceration rates, the high removal of First Nations children from their families. I mean, these are really the heartfelt issues. So I do believe we'll get back more onto that, and I think that there's certainly good steps being made and lots of discussion around tackling that a lot sooner rather than later.
Absolutely. Senator, great to have you on. Thanks for joining us.
Kochie.